refreshment. Hey everyone, welcome back. So I just got out of the shower. Clearly my hair is wet and I pinned my hair back because we are going to do a get ready with me. A lot of you, this is a dry bar brush by the way, I just love the color. A lot of you have been asking for an updated like morning skincare routine, so we're gonna start off with that so you can see like what I've been doing in the mornings, a little bit of makeup prep, like what I do to like help the situation, and then we're gonna cover it with some makeup. The makeup portion is sponsored by, not really, they sent to, this is Merit Beauty, and they sent a lot of this makeup to me for free. Thank you so much. So this is gonna be like a skincare bit portion, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a first impressions with Merit Beauty. I've never tried their makeup before. I'm very excited. I've been seeing this all over my social media. The algorithm knows what I want. It knows I want minimalist beauty, and that's what this brand is kind of like all about. So I'm excited to try that and show you guys what I've been doing in the mornings for my face because she's struggling. So as you can tell, I don't know what's going on, honestly. So in the mornings, I obviously did a lot of work the night before. So in the mornings, I don't usually cleanse unless I really have to. So I'm going in with Bioderma. This is like the gigantic one. I think I got this at Costco. Yeah, this is almost 30 ounces. It's 850 milliliters. I've talked about how, like, who doesn't know Bioderma is good? I'm not revealing a secret here. So anyway, in the mornings, I just kind of like wipe my face all over with the Bioderma just to get anything out, off, whatever, from the night before that I missed. Whenever I'm going through the situation, I try to focus on like cleaning the skin as much as possible. I think that this is hormonal and also like all the junk I've been eating. Let's be real. It's New Year's Eve. We're not going anywhere because why would we? But it's like the month of December through like the middle of January is the time of the year where I literally eat so bad. I'm not even like a healthy person in general, let's be honest, but I really just go ham. The baked goods, the going to the parties, not really. I only went to one small get together this whole season. But anyway, you just eat a little worse than usual and it manifests in acne for me. This happens like all the time. So anyway, I've just cleaned everything off and now I am going to P50. I feel like I need it. I do not always P50 in the mornings, but to be a little bit more gentle, I'm gonna do P50 Pigment 400. I don't know, the glare is bad. The Pigment 400 formula is a lot more gentle, so it doesn't make me, as reactive. So I'm okay with doing this in the morning and sticking to the original 1970 formula in the nighttime. Yeah. Also, I totally believe that this really does brighten your complexion. And also, if you can't handle 1970, the original formula, P50 1970, then this one is a lot more gentle. And I just kind of, do this. So as you can see, I'm not really reactive. My skin has accepted that formula. I just don't really react to it. But I'm gonna do what I always do after P50, and I'm gonna lick. See? And I know this sounds like a lot, but I don't care. I don't care what you guys think. I do, but this is how much product I use. I don't care. This is probably my most purchased skincare product of all time. I think I've gone through maybe 6 or 7 of these, and that is saying a lot for me. I love to try so many different things, but I'll be honest with you, when it comes to skincare mists, I don't really try other things. The only other mist that I like is the Laneige Cream Skin Mist. I've talked about this before. It's just not the same. It's so different, and I reach for this more because it's more refreshing. I like this if I ever feel dry or I just want like an extra step. I don't do essences, but this to me is more of a milky essence, where this is like a true mist. So if you don't love this, it's been reformulated, so it's not as active as it used to be. So if it bothered you before, try the new formula. But if you don't like this, this is nice. It's just completely different. It's thicker. It has like a different viscosity to it. It feels like cream. It feels like a creamy mist. That's what it's called. And this just feels like fresh refreshment. Okay, so while that soaks in, we're gonna go in with Liposmos. I am gearing up to film this review, so I will be able to talk about it to you guys like in depth. It's a great product, but I won't divulge all the secrets yet. But I just like this for brightening, and I put it above and below my eye, and I've never had any issues with it. So if you have very sensitive eyes, I think that this would be a safe bet for you. And just like, look at the color. It's like a little jewel. It's like very aquamarine-y, bluey jewelly. I feel like I'm being really awkward. Because I'm breaking out, I am gonna go in with Complex Eribiol and Placenta. I'm gonna just like mix them together. I usually don't do Eribiol in the daytime because it's active. It's not as active as like say my Is Clinical Active Serum. This stuff is crazy. I only use it at nighttime. But this is gentle enough, which is why I love it so much, is that it's the gentle option of an acne serum. And I just like to mix them together because this is gonna treat the acne and this is gonna heal the breakage of the skin, I guess. It's a regenerating serum, so it just helps to heal faster. And that's what I need right now, because I'm just gonna do it like, oh, okay, no, I'm not gonna do it like that. We learn together, guys. This is the Eribiol. And I really only focus this all over this area, because that's where it all happens. Way back in the day when I was like sort of interested in like holistic skincare, like holistic everything, they say that like breaking out on your cheeks is a stomach problem and your chin is your hormonal problem, which I do agree with. I have IBS. It makes me really special. So I believe it that I always break out here because I'm always having a stomach problem. But that's okay. We conquer our problems and we thrive. And now I'm gonna moisturize. But like, can you see how like glowy my skin is looking from like the beginning of the video? So I am still on my Is Clinical emulsion for my daytime moisturizer. I really love the Biologique Recherche Biosensible one. I like them both, but this one just like makes you look so glowy. I feel like for a daytime moisturizer, the emulsions make you the glowiest as possible, which is what I prefer because that's how I want my complexion to look under my makeup. And then for nighttime is like the beige creams thing, you know? Now, that being said, when my skin's feeling pretty normal, this is a great option, but when I'm feeling dry, I usually reach for Hydrovites or Elastine. I don't think I've talked about Creme Elastine yet. I like this a lot. It is a different texture than Hydrovites, but I won't go into all that today. I'll wait for that for another video. I have so many things that I need to talk about. But for the glow and for like a lightweight moisturizer, I still really like this. And it is enough during winter time. I feel like I go back and forth between like, should I go for something heavier or lighter? Just do it based on what your skin feels like that day. That's why Biologique Recherche doesn't say type, they say instant, because your skin changes like every freaking day. So anyway, today I want this, but tomorrow I want this, you know what I mean? I got options. And lastly, because I do want to glow today, this is Fluid VIPO2. This is the secret weapon of glowy skin. I've talked about this before. I wore this on my wedding day. It is the type of product, it's a finishing serum, and that's really like, I've never heard of a finishing serum until Biologique Recherche, and I kind of like didn't understand it, and now I get it. I get it. The girlies that get it, and the girls that don't. But I love the way it makes my skin glow and feel really bouncy. And it's part of the VIPO2 line, which means that it is gonna be protective from like, you know, free radicals in the air and full of antioxidants. So I like the way it makes my skin look and feel. It is a little tacky, but once you put anything on top of it, the tackiness goes away. And I don't mind that because in my head, to make it make sense, I'm like, oh, it's like a primer, because I don't use primer. So that's the skin. And I already feel like it looks so much less dull and like drab as it did in the beginning of the video. I love my routines, guys. So let's do a little bit of makeup. So this is the brand Merit. They are, like I said, they're all about minimalist beauty. So this is going to just enhance what you already have, but keep you looking like you. I feel like that's what makeup is like moving into. We are stepping away from the 2016 era of makeup. Like, who's doing a cut crease anymore? I don't know. I mean, they are doing cut creases, but I just feel like when you look at the makeup artists like Katie Jane Hughes, who are, I believe they're setting trends. They're not doing super, super heavy complexion, even eye makeup. It looks so effortless. Like, you see all the skin and the eye looks can be dramatic, but it's not the same kind. It's like this like sheer, blown out, snatchedness. And I just love it. I love it. So I'm gonna attempt a little bit of that today. So I am gonna start off with the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick, and I chose the shade Buff. No, Buff is what I chose for a contour, and Dune is what I chose for my complexion. These are the two shades. I think Dune was a pretty good choice. We'll see how that works. I don't know about Buff. Buff might be a little yellow as a contour stick. I thought it was gonna look a little bit more cool toned, but that's okay. That's not their fault. So like I said, this is the complexion stick, and the description is, it's not a foundation or concealer, it's both. Use only where you need it so you get compliments on your skin, not your makeup. It's pretty much exactly what I was talking about. So I'm gonna use this with, speaking of Katie Jane Hughes, I'm gonna be using most of her brushes anyway, because that's all I use now. This is the Spectrum X Katie Jane Hughes number 2 brush. I use this for like a multitude of things, but I feel like it'll kind of like buff this out to look as natural as possible. I'm gonna start off pretty conservative. I don't want to do too much, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect here. I do want to get a little closer to my eyes though. Shout out to La Posmos, because the darkness under my eyes is so much better than it used to be. So let's buff this out and see what we can make it look like. So this is this side of the face completely buffed out, and this is the other side of my face with just the stripes. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Looking up close, sorry, it does look just like skin. It doesn't look like I did anything to it, which I really like. So I'm gonna buff this side out and then add as needed until I get like a finished product that I like. So I've applied a little bit more under my eyes for more coverage there and on that little zit I have, and I'm gonna buff that out with a dirty brush. This is the Spectrum obviously Katie Jane Hughes. This is the number 8 brush. That looks so good. It looks so bright. I love this brush. It has like kind of a similar one in the collection, the number 8 brush. It's a little bit more, they look so gross. I'm disgusting. It's very similarly shaped, but I like this one for like, you know, highlighting. I might use that later, and I'll clean it off with like my Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. That's all buffed out, and I think that looks really nice. It looks very natural. I can see my skin, but I look a little bit less red. I naturally have a ton of red in my skin. And then on my eyes, I have a lot of blue, so that really helped to cancel out the red and the blue. It's definitely not gonna be full coverage. That's not the product that this is. It's meant to be very natural. I really like it though, and I really like this packaging. It feels very, it's heavy, like it's got a nice weight to it, and it just rolls up. So it's a roll top like that. I'm gonna attempt, I don't know. This is the color of Buff. I don't know if I can pull that off as a bronzer. I might try a little bit and go from there. I'm gonna try a little bit here. I don't know how I feel about this color. I don't know. I mean, it's warm, and that's not their fault. I just chose the wrong color. I'm gonna finish it out so it's even, and then I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of like a cool toned contour product and see if I can like make it look like it's my color. And ignore the color for now, but I do tend to only put product in this little like round, you know, C-shaped right here because I have such a round face. If I put anything like really low down here, it ends up bringing my face down and giving me like even more of a round face, which there's nothing wrong with a cherubic, adorable round face. But the makeup trends now are kind of a little bit more like up and out, so that's what I try to shoot for. And then if I do get makeup a little lower than I want, I just clean it up. So yeah, it's a little warm. I'm just gonna buff that with the brush that I used with the other stick, and hopefully just, you know, get it as even as possible. Okay, so I ended up not adding anything. So this is just both of those complexion sticks in Dune and Buff. I think it actually looks really good. It looks so natural. Like I really like how it just looks like my skin, but a little bit more perfected. So I'm gonna do what I would usually do right now and go in with my brows. I feel like putting down the foundation of your face before you do any enhancements kind of helps you, like, you know, see, you know what I mean? Like your brows and your cheeks, I feel like shape your face. So anyway, I am going to go in, ooh, fibers. I'm gonna go in with the Brow 1980. This is a voluminizing pomade. I'm wondering how similar this is gonna be to, like, you know, dip brow gel. It's kind of like products like that. So I'm excited. Oh, it's different than I thought it would be. I thought this was gonna be the lid, but this is the lid. Again, very weighted, really nice packaging, very, it looks very high end. And I like that it's actually a longer wand. I feel like you get more control with that. So let's see what we can do with these brows. As a reminder, I do have microbladed brows. It looks like there's more hair than there really is. So I'm assuming this is gonna do what most do and just like hold on to the hair, but we're gonna see if it tints the skin as well. So this is the final result. It looks pretty good. It definitely holds on to the hair more than the skin. So if you want to be able to fill in bald spots, you might need to go in with like a pencil, but I really like how natural it is, and it is a lot less gloopy than the competition, I guess. It feels very, like, I guess the word would be like malleable. Like it's not stiff. You can kind of shape it the way that you want, and you can like drag the brush the opposite way of the hairs to make them stand up a little bit. And I really like that because obviously feathery brows are what's, you know, trendy right now. I'm gonna do the other brow now and kind of like see how much more I can play with it. This shade, I forgot to say what shade this is, brown. So I think this looks very good, very natural. And I like how, I mean, this was the first time that I used it, but I can tell that this is gonna be very easy to use long term. You're really just gonna brush it through the brows. And like I said, it is a lighter formula than a lot of the other ones that I'm used to. And I think that is good because if you wanna look more natural, it doesn't like feel like you have anything in your brows. Like it doesn't feel crunchy. It feels very soft and, like I said, malleable. So next, I'm really excited for this. This is called the Day Glow Highlighting Balm. You guys know I'm a ooh, and it's different packaging. It is like a cream color with the gold writing instead of the like charcoal. And then this was gold. I really like their packaging. It's very minimalist packaging, but it's very high end. It reads really nice. So yes, it's a balm. And let's see what kind of color this is. I feel like there were a lot of options. I chose one that was like, ooh, I kind of wanted it to be colorless. Like it is. It's a very like pearlescent. This is not the color. This is just the shine of it. Ooh, this is gonna look really natural. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with that brush I was telling you about, the Spectrum number 8 Katie Jane Hughes collection. So I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna do one side first. I learned my lesson there, you know? And see how we can buff this out. That looks really pretty. It's very glowy. And I feel like that side of my face, the side looks a little bit more lifted, but honestly, this base is just glowy in general. So y'all know I'm living my best life. I love this. Ew, is that like super millennial to say? Living my best life. I feel like being on TikTok has made me a lot more insecure about my age than I would be naturally. I'm not insecure about being almost 30. I'm really not. I really like who I am now versus who I was at like 20. But Gen Z, you guys are ruthless. I don't even think anyone Gen Z is watching. Like, they're watching other people. So all of us millennials and older people, we're just having a ball. We're having a ball over here with our good skincare and makeup. I like am kind of putting this everywhere because it's colorless, so it goes everywhere and it just looks, I know that the lights kind of blow everything out a little bit more. I don't know, maybe you can see a little bit more here. I don't know. It's beautiful. I really like this. I can't wait to try this like with my usual makeup. I mean, this does look good, but obviously like you tend to like stuff when you pair it more with like the things that you're super used to. So this is really beautiful. And this was shade Kava in the highlighting balm. So very, very beautiful, very glowy. Next up is mascara. This, ooh, this feels very vintage. This packaging feels, this doesn't feel super modern, and this is in a good way. I love anything vintage. It looks like a perfume bottle, like a classic little 30 ml travel spray. I really love the way that looks. Okay, anyway, this is their mascara, the Clean Lash. This is a lengthening mascara. I should have said it earlier, but this brand is clean, vegan, and cruelty free. I mean, I assumed it was. Everything is now these days. And if they're not, they're getting there eventually, right? Okay, so you guys, some of you know, I've talked about this on Instagram. I don't know if I've talked about it on here. I have, in an empties video. I have hooded lids. Look at me. I got no space on these lids. It's crease to brow. That's all I am. I'm just a crease to a brow, and that's fine. That's who I am. But it makes finding good mascara very hard because everything transfers, or, oh, that sounded really country. Everything transfers. I am from North Carolina. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get to the point. I will have to keep you updated because obviously I'm not gonna know on a first impression if this transfers really horribly unless it just never dries down, but I will keep you guys updated. But I'm really excited because I really hope that this works out because, oh God, mascara is such a nightmare for me. Everything transfers and it's hard, it's a struggle. So you can kind of see my lashes. I think they're pretty average. They're not super short and they're not super long. So let's see what this can do, baby. It does say lengthening on the box. And I should have said, it says your go-to mascara for every day. It tints, lengthens, lifts with no smudging ever. I'll be the judge of that merit. So let's get into it. Okay, so first impressions of applying it is it's very wispy. I like this. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like how it's not clumpy and it looks very natural. It's not the blackest mascara in the world, which looks more natural. And I kind of like that. I mean, look at the difference. It's definitely lengthening and it's very, very wispy, which I really like. So, okay. On the bottom, it definitely emphasizes the lash line more. Like it's not as natural, I guess, as on the top. I really like it on the top. Let me play around with it on the other eye and see how I feel about it on the bottom. It did transfer a little bit down here, but to be fair, I'm also like messy. Every time I do my makeup and I don't like absolutely love it, my first thought is like, it's not their fault, it's mine. Because like, I don't consider myself to be like a makeup artist. I'm just gonna clean up any of the transfer that happened with my, with like an end of like a brow pencil. And I am doing a second coat just to see how much I can get out of it. Because with one coat, it's definitely like a lot more natural and a lot more wispy. And I feel like with the second coat, it's definitely giving it a lot more volume. I have very fine lashes and this is giving it a lot more volume. So that is the mascara. My lashes on this eye are naturally longer, I don't know why, than on this eye, but it's giving me like almost like, you know how I said the package was vintage? It almost is giving me like a little bit more of a vintage mascara look. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm feeling a little bit more like 20s. You know what I mean? Like the 1920s when their eyes were a little bit more downturned. And I like it. It's very wispy and natural and more like two coats. It took a second coat to make it a little bit more luminous. But I will keep you updated on if it transfers or not. I just really love this packaging though. Like, I would keep this just to have it out. I really think that they're good at what they do when it comes to packaging for sure. And the last step is obviously lips. This is the shade Slick, a tinted lip oil in the shade Cara Cara or Cara Cara. I picked this color out because I don't feel like I have anything like this shade, and I have a feeling, I don't know, I don't want to say what I feel about it because I really don't know, but it's like this beautiful burnt orange. I don't have anything like this, so I'm really excited. I've been wearing a lot more corals and like orangey, tangerine-y, peachy shades, so, you know, let's just try it out before I go. Oh wow, this is like a lot more pigmented than I expected. Wow, this is an oil. Like, it feels like a gloss with a lot of oil in it. It is very, ooh, I bet this is gonna be really moisturizing. Hold on, what's it made with? It's got a ton of really great oils in it. Grapeseed, jojoba, shea butter. Yeah, it's very, very moisturizing. Okay, so let me go like get the rest of the things that I need to be ready, and then I'll be like, okay, this is my finished look, you know what I mean? Guys, I did get bangs again. I don't know. I'm having a really hard time adjusting to these bangs for whatever reason. So we're gonna fix it with a headband. We're gonna go full Blair Waldorf and just pretend that they're not there. And we're gonna have a cute headband moment. You know what I mean? I love, this is really cute. It's like velvet and sparkly. And then I'm just gonna throw in some earrings. I have been wearing these nonstop. These are a small business brand. It's called Higa. I will link it in the bio. She makes the most beautiful, dainty jewelry. It's really high quality jewelry, but it's like she's just a one girl, like a little mom and pop, you know. I like, you know, supporting small businesses, but I went to her pop-up a couple weeks ago. Look how cute they are. They're just so cute. Anyway, all right, so this is the finished look to stay in and celebrate the new year. How do you feel? How do you feel, guys? Okay, let me just say what my favorite things are. Okay, I definitely want to get more colors of this. I definitely feel like when I try these again, I'm going to do like a lip liner situation because it is it feels so oily that I feel like it's gonna fade. You know what I mean? I don't know how long wear this is gonna be, but it does feel really nice. And then I really loved this, the highlight balm, the highlighting balm in Kava. Glowy? She's glowy, girl. I really like this. I will definitely be using this a lot more. And then I'm excited to try out the Dune shade more of the Complexion and see like how I can play around with this and make it work with like my own personal products. So be on the lookout, I guess. In a couple of weeks, I'll like do a final review, I guess, of like the products and how I've been using them in day-to-day makeup. So anyway, so this is definitely gonna be going up after the new year. There's no way I'll get this edited in time. But I hope you guys have a really happy new year. Please stay safe, guys. Just be smart. You'd think that wouldn't be a lot to ask, but it is. So be smart, be safe, and I will see you guys in 2022. Ooh. Okay, anyway, you know how it is. Like and subscribe and blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you think this is cute in the comments or if you think it's really ugly. That's cool. I like haters as much as I like people that like me because engagement, the algorithm. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Makeup.